as long as I can remember, I've been a pro wrestling fan, but it wasn't something I'd always shout about. It wasn't perceived as cool. In fact, quite the opposite. But in recent years, that's all changed, and the pro wrestling scene here in London has had a huge part to play in that.
It's just the atmosphere, honestly. It's brilliant. Just being with people who love the same thing as you. It really sets the mood for a great show.
I show up here early to spend a lot of time with the people that I love.
It's punk rock. It set itself out from the start as something completely different.
The Electric Ballroom in Camden is one of many venues hosting pro wrestling. It's even being promoted at music festivals. This is Download, one of the world's biggest rock and metal music festivals. The crowd who come here love high-octane entertainment. And there's a tent over there that offers just that, but there's not a musician in sight. I'm here to meet one of the rising stars of British wrestling.
Hello.
19-year-old Londoner Amy, who, in the ring, goes by the name Candy Floss.
My first time here.
Although Amy has appeared alongside these global superstars, her ultimate aim is to be signed to the top promotion in the world, World Wrestling Entertainment, and become a superstar herself. How does it make you feel? To send tingles through your spine?
Yeah.
Pro wrestling's cool. Why do you think that's come about?
There's more shows and it's just more in media and people get to see it. You know, it's an art. Theatre's involved, gymnastics. You got to be physically good to be in the ring. And for me, it's just like the character stuff, and that's where like the theatre comes in. And I just think it's a beautiful art form. I just fell in love with it the moment I saw it on telly. Like when I was 11, I was like, I'm going to do that.
For Amy, growing up in South London, there's only ever been one goal in life. How long have you lived here for?
Oh, I lived here like since I was 3, and like I'm 19 now. My school's actually right over there. I always wanted to be a wrestler. I knew I never wanted to sit in an office and type stuff on a computer and stare at a screen.
Was it always pro wrestling or bust?
I never had a plan B. For me, it was always wrestling. Yeah.
Can you make a living in the UK?
Now, like I can wrestle like midweek, like once a week, and then like maybe do 2 or 3 shows on a weekend, and be able to pay my rent with that.
Amy spends every day training, learning and honing her craft alongside others with the same dream.
Society people always think like wrestling's fake, but there's so much behind that. I think wrestling fans now are into the characters and they like understand that it is like predetermined, but you know, you invest in it and you want to see where the story's going to go.
Here in Camden at the Electric Ballroom, the reinvigoration of British wrestling is on display. As tonight, a new generation of performer is in action. They're world-class athletes with charisma and showmanship to match. Amy is called for the afternoon to prepare for her match and meet her opponent for tonight, Lana Austin. Progress Wrestling is known for being the punk rock of the British pro wrestling scene. So in recent years, it seems like British wrestling has been reinvigorated. People are coming from all over the world because they know the talent here, they know that there are great shows to come and perform on.
I mean, so when we started, you were always told you couldn't do wrestling in central London. It was a big no-no, it was a big thing that you couldn't do because no one had really attempted it. Since sort of the World of Sport days, when they were putting big shows on FA Cup final day at Wembley Arena, no one else has really ever attempted it. It feels to me every weekend there's more wrestling shows in London than there are in a city like New York. Like, I think only Tokyo really rivals it as a city that's got that concentration of professional wrestling over the course of any year. I always describe it to friends who don't get it. It's like a really violent soap opera.
Hello. Hello.
As with TV soaps, the performers here all have their characters and plots to develop.
I was watching some of your matches like at the beginning of this week. Yeah.
Amy and Lana have the afternoon to prepare for their match.
I know what I've got in store. We've never wrestled each other before as well. This is first time tonight, so it's going to be exciting to see what kind of things we come up with.
There are 8 bouts planned for tonight. As usual, it's a full house. And the nerves backstage are beginning to show.
My heart's going like... My heart is beating fast.
Hello everybody! Right, let's do that again. Let's be honest.
Right now I feel relaxed, but soon I'll be feeling a bit scared.
So, welcome. Have you ever been to watch any wrestling before?
With minutes to go, the producer and the referee meet with Amy and Lana to fine-tune the details of the bout.
What side will you go out?
To allow the cameras to capture all the action, they discuss what they have planned.
Let it breathe for a second. This way I can have the cameras get like you guys' faces. Get you for a sec, get you for a sec, and now we're back.
You used to watch wrestling with your granddad?
The showdown between Amy and Lana is seconds away.
Here we go! 1, 2, 3! Our next contest is from the Progress Wrestling Women's Division! My friends, are you ready? Come Riley.
Lana Austin is the first to make her entrance, introducing herself as a vixen who is in no way to be messed with. Candy Floss, by contrast, is an innocent cartoon character, sucking a lollipop and literally skipping into the ring. After squaring up to each other, the real wrestling begins, and the pent-up energy they've built up all day comes out. It isn't long before Amy wins the audience over to her side. Lana is happy to play the villain, goading Candy Floss, and flirting with the referee. There is no disguising the effort that goes into their match, both trying to pin one another's shoulders to the mat for a count of 3 and come out victorious. At the end of the match, Candy Floss emerges the winner. It's been a thoroughly entertaining night. As a wrestling fan, I can say Amy is clearly a star in the making.